there's probably not going to be a lot of people on. But hi, guys. Oh, that lighting is terrible. Oh well, that's fine. Maybe move a little closer. How you doing? All right, so I'm gonna kind of cut to the chase because sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. I had a quick interruption. All right, so I'm gonna get right to the chase because this is gonna be a fairly shortish stream. Oh, ooh, this is baby breakfast, by the way. I'm feeding baby breakfast. We got some oatmeal with some crushed up, what you call it, some crushed up freeze dried strawberries. He doesn't really like the taste of regular old oatmeal. Maybe I'll stand right there. Nah, so it's all gonna be bad. Whatever. This isn't a big deal. And then the other thing, that these green stuff that kind of looks like rabbit diarrhea, I guess. Um, it is blended carrot, apple, and the green comes from spinach. Of course, you have to remove the stems. A lot of things you learn with baby stuff. But anyways, this is going to be a shortish stream. The longest that this stream is going to be is 30 minutes, but I don't even think it's going to be that long. Because this is probably going to be one of the last mobile streams I'm going to do. I saw something this morning. I saw this video of a side-by-side comparison of of how a baby responds when dad was on his phone versus when dad isn't looking at the phone. And so, like, the first one was dad isn't on the phone and baby walks into the room, immediately throws hands in the air, goes running to dad. The second one, dad is on the phone, baby walks in, sees dad on the phone, looks at what dad is looking at, and then immediately tries to take the phone and play with the phone instead of seeing dad. And that really crippled me a lot. And then I think the second one was watching like some kids like playing with toys by themselves versus with dad. Like dad's on the phone and they're playing by themselves, and then I don't know, that was just. Did you eat both of those? You ate both of those yogurt bites at the same time. I know you didn't. You just tried to, and you hid one of them under your leg. He's so funny. But that was kind of sobering because, I mean, even before that, I noticed that I was spending more time on my phone than I wanted, and so I decided, I'm gonna take a look at my screen time. I'm gonna see how much time I spent on my phone yesterday and earlier this week. And when I did, I noticed that yesterday, granted that some of this time was work related, but I spent a total of 7 hours on my phone. And like I said, some of it was work related. I saw Instagram was there. I did an Instagram live because church was canceled yesterday, and I wanted to do a little devotional for the youth, and that took up about an hour of time. And then all the other messaging and stuff that I did took up about 30 minutes. So an hour and 30 minutes was work related. 2 hours of it, 2 whole hours of my 7 hours was a stupid mobile card game. And then another hour/hour and a half was just Facebook. I don't even like Facebook. What the heck am I doing spending an hour to an hour and a half on Facebook in any one day? I wasn't working. I was just on Facebook. And I used to have this problem with Twitter because I would get into the stupid Twitter fights. And I tell my youth all the time, it's like, I know what my vices are, and I don't mind being honest with you guys about it. I have an issue with getting in these stupid internet debates. And since I cut out Twitter/X from my life, that didn't have anything to do with Elon Musk. I like Elon Musk, at least well enough to use X. But I don't have the internet self-control that I should. So I stopped using it just altogether. And it did improve my life. I spent less time arguing, made me less stressed. I did less time doing this. But of course, with any bad habit, if you don't completely cut it out of your life, then it's going to creep back somewhere else. So I went to Facebook. I've got two groups that I spend a lot of time in, both groups that I like. One that is called Bandits, the Bluey group for dads. And it's only vaguely about Bluey in reality. Like you'll have people who talk about episodes and whatnot, but usually it's just guys talking about their life as fathers, asking questions of each other. And the other one is a meme/fan group for Lord of the Rings called Middle Earth Theological Seminary. By the way, you should definitely go over there and look for my name. You search Steven, you'll see me. I've got a really funny meme that I created in there for Arwen from the first movie. It's a fun one. I might just throw that up here in my community groups just because I like you guys. And of course there was some Facebook time on there. Not some Facebook, some YouTube time on there. And I've noticed this before on days where I make something, whether it be a live stream or a short or anything. I spend a good bit of time checking YouTube Studio, which is a problem. And honestly, that's not how I want to live my creator/internet life. I would rather live my creator/internet life making something, maybe making a profit on it, but then after I finish making it, I log off. It's cool when creators spend a lot of time interacting with fans, but honestly, I watch people all the time when I don't get response from anyone. I watch a lot of people that I never comment on their videos. And I make a big talk about wanting to replace YouTube with Rumble. I have made a big deal about that. And part of the reason that I'm not quite there yet is because Rumble's not quite there yet. There's some if live streaming was on mobile, that I probably would make that switch a little faster, but part of it's just discipline. Part of it is I'm not very disciplined with my phone. I'm not. So, here's what I am proposing. Check your screen time. See what you spend the most time on your phone. And look at those top 3 apps. Find the top one that's not like work or personal related and delete it off your phone. And I hate doing this because there are very few games that I play. There are very, very few games that I play. I hate the majority of games. This is why I told people forever I'm not a gamer. Because a gamer can just pick up a game and play it and enjoy it. I cannot do that. I hate most games. You good there, bro? You're fine. You're just protesting nothing. You silly boy. There you go. Yummy oatmeal and spinach. Mmm. But the reason it was so crucial for me to look at that and say, you know what, I need to delete this card game because I'm spending too much time on it, is because of this guy. This guy is worth... Stop doing that! He's like throwing himself back against his chair. It's like, why are you doing that? You silly grunty boy. Are you pooping? Are you booping? You're booping. Yeah, you're booping. I'll change you in a minute. Finish your breakfast and I'll change you. He's worth so much more to me than 7 hours on my phone. Even if it's work-related time. He's worth so much more than that. Even just cutting out that card game, even if I just didn't play that card game and I changed nothing else about my habits that day, that would have reduced my total time to 5 hours and my non-work time to 3.5 hours. That's better. That's still higher than I want it to be. I want to see like 1.5 or less than 1 hour. That's what I want to see. That I think is going to be significantly healthier. And I want to ask you, like, look at the time that you spend on your phone and ask yourself, if I didn't spend any of that time on my phone, what would I do instead? Now, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions so much. I do believe in a 1-year goal. So I set a few 1-year goals for myself. One of those was to read 24 books. Here you go, bud. Here you go, bud. Because 24 is fairly manageable. That's about 2 books a month. I can do that easy. I've already started. I've got a few that I've already started. Hello! Ali! Ali! And I've told you guys, like last year, we talked about Dennis Prager's reading challenge of reading 10 pages a day. Man, if I had spent the time reading that I spent on my phone, even on my lowest days, which were like 2 hours, if I'd spent 2 hours reading instead of 2 hours on my phone, I could read 200 books by the end of the year. Like, that's what's so insane is like, we really have become desensitized to how much time we spend on the internet and on our phones. And it's really becoming a big deal for me. And so it's really challenging me now to consider more carefully the time I spend on my phone. Because this guy, I've told you guys before, having a kid really does put everything in perspective. It really does change the way that you see everything. And one of the things it's done for me is it's really made me think about the time I spend on the internet. So, in order to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish, in order to live the kind of life that I actually want to live, I'm going to have to get serious about some things. Hey, silly boy, you clapping at me. You clapping at me. So one of the things that I'm going to be working towards is I want to spend less time on my phone. Now, I don't have that as part of my goals, but I have realized that in order to accomplish my goals, I have to reduce the time on my phone. It's a necessary thing. If I want to accomplish X, Y, and Z, I have to get rid of some stuff on my phone. So as soon as I do this, as soon as I'm finished with this live stream, I'm immediately deleting Cards of the Universe and everything off of my phone. I will have one game on my phone, the Battle Cats, because even though I have in the past spent an exorbitant amount of time on that game on my phone, I have learned some self-control with the game. I know how the game works. And I lost all my progress like a couple of weeks ago when I changed phones. I think you guys have noticed that things have been a lot smoother on my phone with like live streams and stuff. So I could get to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I don't even play this much anymore. I could get really serious and cut this out too. And I may get there. It's like with money stuff. And like I've told you guys with money stuff, you guys know, especially anybody who follows the Ramsey Show or anything in their network, if you really want to get serious about changing your finances, you have to decide, I'm really done with it. I'm not compromising. I'm not buying a car with a loan anymore. I'm not financing these things over months. I'm done with that. I don't want to be trapped financially. Here you go. Yeah, you're about done. So I just need to get completely serious, cut up the credit cards, make debt never an option. It's never an option ever. And I'm going to start paying for everything in cash, budgeting really tightly. If I want something, I have to put it in the budget and make the numbers work. And if I want to live better in the future, I need to live on less than I make. It takes being completely serious and making The alternative, not an option. Because what's the big danger with bad habits? While I'm wrapping this up, I'll give you some more snackings. I'll give you another freeze-dried strawberry broken up. And you've had enough puffs, so maybe I'll give you another yogurt bite. Gotta be careful with the yogurt bites though, because we're almost out. And I need to buy the puppos more food later too. Whenever I drop you off at your Nana's house. When I drop you off at Nana's house, I gotta go get some puppy food. But anyways, I was on something. I was saying something before I got on this. I don't remember what I was talking about. But, it doesn't matter, because I'm here with this guy. Honestly, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. If you want to get serious about something, you have to make the alternative not an option. Because what's the issue with bad habits? It's a habit. It's hard to break. And bad habits can become addictions. You can get addicted to a bad thing very easily. You can get addicted to a not bad thing and make it a bad thing. I'll just throw a few puffs on the table. And then that'll be your breakfast. And then I clean you up. Get you all changing. Sound good? We gotta get ready because we're gonna take the puppy to go get groomed. Yeah, we are. We're gonna take the puppy to go get groomed. But the issue with bad habits is they are habits. They're something you're used to doing. You're used to checking your phone every time that a notification goes off. You're used to opening up Facebook when you're bored. You're used to opening up a mobile game when you're bored, or watching or watching a TV show, and you pull out the phone and you get doing something else instead of watching the show. I don't want to do those things. So I'm going to have to do some things that are pretty drastic in order to change that. I'm going to have to start deleting apps off my phone that I spend a lot of time on. I also have a goal of wanting to do 100 push-ups a day, 3 days a week. Right now I'm at 50. And I do that somewhere between 3 to 4 times a week. I want to get that up to 100. I was there for a very short period of time, like years ago. I want to get back there, especially as I'm getting older. Let's be real. I'm closer to 30 than I am to anything else. So it's time to get serious. I'm getting older. I'm losing time. I am getting close to the period of people's lives when they are at their strongest work-wise, the most exciting time, family time, and at the time right before their body starts to slow down. And I'm not where I want to be. So in order to get there, I'm going to have to do some things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete Cards to Universe and everything off my phone, even though I love the game. I think it's a well-built game that doesn't throw ads in your face all of the time, even though there's so much that I love about that game. It's not worth time with my son. The second thing I'm doing is I'm deleting YouTube Studio off my phone, and the third thing is I'm deleting Facebook. If you're willing to do this as well, tell me what things you're going to delete off of your phone, and then tell me what you're going to do instead. For me, instead of that time, I'm going to use that time to interact with my son more often. Instead of just being in the same area with him, I'm going to actually play with him more often, and I'm going to read. Even if I'm letting him play by himself for a minute and he's in a safe place, I'm going to spend some time to read. Right now, I cracked open Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace Revisited, because I want to make that one of the 20 books. Did I say 20 books or 24 books? I think I said 20 books. No, I said 24 books. 2 books a month. That's right. And I'm going to read that. Yeah. I might get a little quieter, but I'm going to be better. I'm going to be happier. My spiritual life is going to be stronger. One of my other goals was to make sure or get to the point where where I have a daily devotion every day, and I spend, I have at least one set apart time that is devoted to worship, separate from devotion, a worship time. Keep that leggy waggy back in there. I know. I'm gonna get you. Oh, you're getting a puff. That's what you're doing. Okay. Hi, friend. I'm actually right now about to wrap up. But yeah. So again, here's your challenge. Look at your screen time. Find the top 3 things that you spend on your phone. Start praying about, do I need to delete this app off of my phone? And what do I need to do with that time instead? Those are 2 things that I want to do. And the third thing is, one of my goals was make any amount of money whatsoever off of Photoshop. I've been trying to teach myself some Photoshop and graphic design stuff. At some point this year, I'd like to make any amount of money whatsoever off it. I know. We're going to wrap up. I'm wrapping up right now. Because God has called us to excellence. God has called us to seek Him daily and to do all things for His glory. Me spending 2 hours a day on a stupid card game doesn't do that. So it's time to change things. I'll see you guys soon. That's it. Bye.